Chosen ones, God is transferring massive wealth to you right now, and this is your final call to step into the abundance He has prepared. You feel it in your spirit, don't you? That stirring, that knowing, that something monumental is shifting in your life. This isn't just a fleeting moment, it's a divine appointment. Your time of lack, struggle, and waiting is over. God's hand is moving, and He's placing riches into your hands, not because of your efforts, but because you are His chosen. This wealth isn't just money, it's freedom, purpose, and a legacy that will echo for generations. Stay with me, because every word in this message is meant for you. This is no ordinary season. God's favor is pouring over you like a river that never runs dry. Picture a vast ocean, its waves crashing with endless provision, carrying everything you need to thrive. That's the kind of wealth God is releasing to you, overflowing, unstoppable, and tailored to your divine purpose. You've walked through trials, faced doubts, and carried burdens that tried to weigh you down. But those moments were not wasted. They were forging you, preparing you to receive what's coming. Your heart has been tested, and God has seen your faith. Now, He's rewarding you with abundance that will change not just your life, but the lives of those around you. Your past doesn't define you anymore. Every mistake, every setback, every tear you've shed, God has taken it all and turned it into a foundation for your wealth. Think of Joseph, sold into slavery, betrayed by his own brothers, yet rising to rule Egypt's treasures. His pain was not the end, it was the path to his purpose. You, too, have walked through shadows, but they were leading you to this moment. God is rewriting your story, and the next chapter is filled with prosperity. You're not just surviving, you're stepping into a life where every need is met, every dream is within reach, and every door swings wide open. This wealth is more than dollars in a bank account. It's the kind of richness that fills your spirit with peace, your mind with clarity, and your life with purpose. Imagine waking up each day knowing that God's provision is already at work, aligning opportunities, connecting you with the right people, and opening paths you never thought possible. This is the life He's calling you to, a life where lack is a distant memory and abundance is your reality. Your job isn't to chase this wealth, it's to receive it. God is handling the details, orchestrating every moment to bring His promises to life. Let's pause for a moment. If this message is speaking to your heart, hit that like button and subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls walking this path of divine abundance. Your action sends a signal to the universe that you're ready to claim what God has for you. And if you feel the power of this moment, drop a 777 in the comments below. That number carries divine energy, a declaration that you're aligned with God's plan. Stay with me, because what's coming next will shift how you see your future. God's wealth doesn't come with strings attached. The world tells you to hustle, to grind, to earn every penny through sweat and struggle. But God's economy works differently. His provision flows from His love for you, not from your ability to prove yourself. Think of the Israelites in the desert, fed manna from heaven without lifting a finger. Their only task was to trust and receive. You too are being called to trust. Stop striving, stop worrying. The wealth God is transferring to you is already yours. It's been set aside since the moment He called you His own. This transfer of wealth isn't random, it's strategic. God isn't just blessing you to make you comfortable, He's equipping you to change the world. Your prosperity is a tool, a resource to lift others, to build dreams, to spread His love. Picture yourself funding schools, supporting families, creating opportunities for those who've lost hope. This is the kind of wealth God is placing in your hands, not just for you, but for the greater purpose He's woven into your life. You're not just receiving money, you're receiving a mission. The enemy has tried to block this moment. Doubt, fear, and distraction have been thrown at you to keep you from seeing God's plan. But no weapon formed against you will prosper. The devil thought he could dim your light, but your faith has made you unstoppable. Like Daniel in the lion's den, you faced danger and walked out untouched. That same protection surrounds you now. The wealth God is sending cannot be stolen, delayed, or destroyed. It's yours, sealed by His promise, and nothing can stand in its way. You're stepping into a season where everything aligns. Have you ever noticed how things seem to fall into place when you trust God fully? That job offer that came out of nowhere, that unexpected check in the mail, that connection that opened a new door, those weren't accidents. They were previews of the massive wealth transfer God is completing now. Your life is about to become a testimony of His faithfulness. People will look at you and wonder, how did this happen? And you'll point to the one who made it all possible. Your confidence is growing, isn't it? You can feel it, a shift in your spirit, a certainty that God's promises are true. This isn't about arrogance. It's about knowing who you are in Him. You're not begging for scraps. You're claiming the inheritance of a child of God. Stand tall, walk boldly. The wealth He's transferring to you is already moving, like a mighty river carving its path. You don't need to force it. You just need to step into the flow and let God's provision carry you. Every trial you've faced has been a setup for this moment. The nights you cried, the days you felt lost, the moments you wondered if God heard your prayers, those were not in vain. They were building your resilience, your trust, your unshakable faith. Like gold refined in fire, you've come through stronger, purer, ready to carry the weight of this blessing. God didn't bring you this far to leave you. He's been preparing you for a wealth so great, it will overflow into every corner of your life. This isn't just about you. Your abundance will touch your family, your community, your world. Think of Abraham, blessed by God not just for himself, but to be a blessing to all nations. Your wealth is a ripple effect, spreading hope, healing, and opportunity. When you walk in God's provision, you become a beacon of His goodness. People will see your life and know that God is real. Your prosperity isn't just a gift, it's a testimony that will draw others to Him. Right now, God is aligning people, resources, and opportunities to bring this wealth to you. Doors you didn't even know existed are swinging open. Connections you never imagined are forming. The plans you thought were impossible are becoming reality. This is the power of God's timing. He's not late. He's not delayed. Everything is unfolding exactly as He planned, and you're at the center of it all. Trust Him. The wealth is already on its way. Let's take a moment to anchor this truth. Hit that like button and subscribe to stand with thousands of chosen ones claiming God's promises. Drop a 777 in the comments to declare your faith in this divine transfer. These actions aren't just clicks. They're a bold statement that you're ready to receive what God has for you. Stay with me, because the next part of this message will ignite your spirit even more. This wealth transfer isn't a one-time event. It's a continuous flow, a wellspring that never runs dry. God's provision is like the air you breathe, always there, always enough, always sustaining you. You don't have to worry about tomorrow, because His abundance is eternal. Every need will be met. Every dream will have the resources to come alive. This is the life of a chosen one, a life where God's faithfulness is your foundation. You might be wondering, why me? Why now? The answer is simple. Because God chose you. Before you were born, He saw you, knew you, and set you apart for this purpose. Your life isn't random. Your struggles weren't meaningless. They were part of His plan to shape you into someone who could carry this wealth with wisdom, humility, and purpose. You're not just receiving riches. You're stepping into your divine assignment. The world may try to tell you that wealth is scarce, that you have to fight for every penny. But God's truth is different. His resources are limitless, and His love for you is boundless. You don't need to compete or compare. Your portion is secure, reserved just for you. Like the prodigal son welcomed home with a feast, God is throwing open the gates of heaven to shower you with blessings. All you need to do is walk through. This moment is your turning point. The old you, the one who worried, doubted, and struggled, is fading away. A new you is emerging, confident, radiant, and ready to receive. Picture yourself standing in a field of endless possibilities, with God's hand guiding you to every opportunity. This is your reality now. The wealth transfer is happening, and it's transforming every part of your life. You're not just rich in money, you're rich in faith, purpose, and joy. Your enemies can't stop this. The naysayers, the doubters, the ones who mocked your dreams, they have no power here. God's favor is your shield, His promise your guarantee. Like David facing Goliath, you're not fighting with human strength. You're armed with God's authority, and no giant can stand against that. The wealth He's transferring to you is untouchable, sealed by His divine will. This wealth comes with responsibility. God isn't blessing you to hoard or to flaunt. He's blessing you to build, to give, to transform. Your prosperity will fund dreams that change lives. It will support causes that heal communities. It will open doors for those who feel trapped. You're not just a receiver, you're a conduit of God's love, using your wealth to show the world what His grace can do. You've been through the fire, chosen one. You've faced storms that should have broken you, but they didn't. They couldn't, because God was with you, shaping you, preparing you for this moment. Now, He's saying, it's time to receive, time to rise, time to step into the wealth He's transferring to you. This isn't a dream, it's your reality. The gates of abundance are open, and you're walking through them now. Every step you take from this moment forward is guided by God's hand. You're not stumbling in the dark anymore. His light is showing you the way, illuminating every opportunity, every connection, every blessing. You're not chasing wealth, it's chasing you. God's provision is like a magnet, drawing everything you need to fulfill your purpose. Trust it, believe it, live it. The world will see your transformation and marvel. They'll wonder how you went from struggle to success, from lack to abundance, and you'll smile, knowing it wasn't your doing, it was God's. Your life is becoming a living proof of His power, a story that inspires others to believe. Your wealth isn't just for you, it's a light that will shine for all to see. This is your final call, chosen one. God's wealth is moving toward you now, faster than you can imagine. Don't doubt it. Don't hesitate. Step forward with faith, knowing that everything He promised is already yours. You're not waiting for a miracle, you're living in one. The transfer has begun, and nothing can stop it. Embrace it. Claim it. This is your time. This wealth isn't just a gift, it's a divine mantle placed upon your shoulders. God is entrusting you with resources that carry His power, His purpose, and His vision for a world transformed through you. Think of Esther, a young woman who rose from obscurity to a throne, not for her own glory, but to save her people. Your wealth is like that crown, a tool to fulfill a destiny far greater than yourself. You're being positioned to shift atmospheres, to break chains, to bring hope where despair has lingered too long. You've felt the weight of waiting, haven't you? Those moments when it seemed like nothing was moving, when prayers felt unanswered, when the path ahead was unclear, but God was never idle. Every silent season was a setup, a divine preparation for the wealth He's now releasing. Like a farmer sowing seeds in the quiet of winter, God has been planting blessings in your life, hidden beneath the surface, ready to burst forth. Your harvest is here, and it's abundant beyond measure. The world may look at you and see only the person you were, but God sees who you're becoming. Your transformation is a divine unveiling, a revelation of the chosen one you were always meant to be. Picture a caterpillar emerging from its cocoon, wings unfolding to reveal beauty no one expected. That's you right now, stepping out of the old, radiating the glory of God's plan. Your wealth is part of this unveiling, a sign that you're no longer bound by the past. God's provision doesn't play by human rules. The world says wealth comes from competition, from climbing over others, from endless striving. But God's wealth flows from alignment, from walking in His truth, from trusting His heart. You don't need to fight for your place. He's already secured it. Like the ravens fed by God's hand in the wilderness, you're being sustained by a source that never fails. Your job is to stay in step with His Spirit, and the riches will follow. Have you noticed how your perspective is shifting? You're starting to see opportunities where others see obstacles. You're sensing possibilities where others feel stuck. This is God rewiring your mind, opening your eyes to the abundance all around you. It's like standing on a mountain peak, seeing a vast landscape of promise stretching out before you. The wealth God is transferring isn't just financial. It's a new way of seeing, a new way of living, a new way of being. Let's pause to anchor this moment. Hit that like button and subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls stepping into God's abundance. Drop a 777 in the comments to declare your trust in His divine plan. These actions aren't just clicks, they're a proclamation that you're ready to walk in the wealth He's prepared. Stay with me, because what's next will deepen your faith even more. This transfer of wealth is a divine exchange. God is taking your burdens, your worries, your fears, your doubts, and replacing them with His provision, His peace, His power. Think of the woman at the well, carrying an empty jar, only to find living water that filled her soul. Your empty places are being filled right now, overflowing with blessings you couldn't contain if you tried. This exchange isn't temporary, it's a permanent shift into a life of divine overflow. You're not just receiving wealth, you're becoming a steward of it. God trusts you to carry this blessing with wisdom, to use it with purpose, to multiply it for His glory. Like the parable of the talents, He's handing you resources and saying, "Go, make it grow." Your wealth isn't meant to sit idle. It's meant to build, to create, to transform. Every dollar, every opportunity, every connection is a seed for something greater. The enemy has tried to convince you that you're unworthy, that this kind of wealth isn't for you, but that's a lie. God doesn't choose based on human standards. He chooses based on His love. You're not disqualified by your past, your mistakes, or your doubts. You're qualified because He called you. Like Moses, who felt inadequate yet led a nation, you're being called to lead in your own way, with wealth as your tool. Your life is about to become a magnet for miracles. Opportunities are drawn to you, resources are flowing toward you, and blessings are chasing you down. This isn't wishful thinking, it's God's promise in motion. Picture a river pulling everything toward its current. That's the force of His provision in your life right now. You don't need to chase these blessings. They're already finding you because God has marked you as His own. Your wealth will silence the doubters, those who questioned your dreams, who laughed at your vision, who said you'd never rise. They'll see God's hand on your life and be speechless. Like Nehemiah rebuilding Jerusalem's walls despite mockery, you're building something unstoppable. Your success isn't about proving them wrong. It's about proving God right. Your life will testify to His faithfulness, and no one will be able to deny it. This moment is sacred. You're standing at a crossroads where God's promises meet your reality. The wealth He's transferring isn't just for today. It's for your future, your children's future, your legacy. It's a generational blessing, a river of provision that will flow long after you're gone. Like Abraham's covenant with God, your wealth is a promise that extends beyond your lifetime, touching those you'll never meet. God is aligning your steps with His plan. Every decision you make, every action you take, is being guided by His hand. You're not wandering, you're being led. Picture a compass pointing true north, guiding you through uncharted territory. That's God's Spirit in you, directing you toward the wealth and purpose He's prepared. Trust the path, even when it feels unfamiliar. You're exactly where you're meant to be. Your heart is ready for this, isn't it? You can feel the shift, the certainty that something massive is happening. This isn't just a feeling, it's God's Spirit confirming His promise. You're not hoping for wealth, you're stepping into it. Like the disciples who left their nets to follow Jesus, you're leaving behind doubt and stepping into a divine calling. The wealth is yours, and it's already changing everything. The world will try to pull you back, to make you question, to make you shrink. But you're not of this world, you're of God's kingdom. Your wealth isn't subject to the economy, to circumstances, or to human limitations. It's rooted in His eternal promise, unshakable and secure. Like the tree planted by streams of water in Psalm 1, you're flourishing, bearing fruit in every season, because God is your source. This wealth transfer is a declaration of God's power. It's not subtle, it's bold, undeniable, and transformative. People will see your life and know that only God could do this. Like the feeding of the 5,000, where a few loaves and fish became a feast, your small beginnings are becoming a banquet of blessings. God is multiplying what you have, turning it into more than enough. You're not just a receiver, you're a channel. God's wealth flows through you, touching others, changing lives, building His kingdom. Picture a fountain, its water spilling over, refreshing everyone nearby. That's you, chosen one, a source of blessing, a vessel of His grace. Your wealth isn't meant to be hoarded. It's meant to overflow, bringing life to everyone it touches. Your faith has carried you this far, and it will carry you further. Every step you've taken in trust, every prayer you've whispered, every moment you chose to believe, God has seen it all. Like Hannah, who prayed for a child and received Samuel, your faithfulness is being rewarded. The wealth God is transferring is a testament to your trust, a reward for your unwavering heart. This is a season of divine acceleration. What used to take years is happening in moments. Opportunities are coming faster, blessings are piling up, and doors are opening wide. It's like a rocket breaking free from gravity. Your life is taking off, propelled by God's power. Don't be surprised when things happen quickly now. This is His timing, and it's perfect. You're not alone in this. God's Spirit is with you, guiding, protecting, providing. Picture an army of angels surrounding you, clearing the way for your blessings. No force can stand against you. because God Himself is your shield. Like Elisha, who saw heaven's armies on the hills, you're surrounded by divine support, ensuring your wealth arrives untouched. Your story is becoming a masterpiece. Every trial, every victory, every moment of faith is a brushstroke in God's design. You're not just receiving wealth, you're becoming a living canvas of His glory. People will look at your life and see His handiwork, a testament to what happens when a chosen one trusts God fully. Your wealth is part of this story, a chapter that shines with His love. The limitations of your past are gone. The ceilings you thought you'd never break through are shattered. God's wealth knows no bounds, and neither does your potential. Like the widow whose oil never ran dry, your resources will keep flowing, multiplying, sustaining you in ways you can't imagine. This is the life of a chosen one, a life where God's provision is limitless. You're stepping into a new identity. The old labels, failure, unworthy, stuck, no longer apply. God is renaming you, blessed, favored, abundant. Like Jacob, who became Israel after wrestling with God, you're emerging with a new name, a new purpose, a new reality. Your wealth is part of this transformation, a sign that you're walking in the fullness of who God created you to be. This wealth transfer is a divine reset. Everything that held you back, debt, fear, scarcity, is being wiped away. God is starting a new chapter, one where you thrive, not just survive. Picture a blank page, ready for a story of victory, abundance, and purpose. That's your life now, and God is writing it with His own hand. You're not bound by the old story anymore, you're living the new one. Your heart is a key to this wealth. The more you trust, the more you receive. The more you give, the more God multiplies. It's like planting a seed in fertile soil. What you sow grows beyond your imagination. Your generosity, your faith, your obedience, these are the keys that unlock the floodgates of God's provision. Keep your heart open and watch the blessings pour in. This is a moment of divine clarity. You're seeing things as they really are, not through the lens of fear or doubt, but through God's truth. Your wealth isn't a distant hope, it's a present reality. Like Peter walking on water, you're stepping out in faith, and God is holding you up. Don't look at the waves, look at Him. The wealth is already yours, and you're walking in it now. This wealth is a divine fire, igniting every part of your life with purpose and power. It's not just about what you'll receive, it's about who you're becoming. God is shaping you into a beacon of His glory, someone who carries His provision with strength and grace. Think of David, anointed as king while still a shepherd boy, entrusted with a destiny far beyond his years. Your wealth is like that anointing, a mark of God's trust in you to carry His blessings into the world. You've carried dreams that felt too big, too impossible, too far out of reach. But God placed those dreams in your heart for a reason. They're not fantasies, they're blueprints of the life He's calling you to. This wealth transfer is the fuel for those dreams, the resources to turn vision into reality. Picture a seed breaking through the soil, reaching for sunlight. That's your dreams right now, springing to life under God's provision, ready to bloom into something extraordinary. The world may try to define your worth by what you've done or where you've been, but God measures you by His love, His call, His promise. You're not limited by human standards or past mistakes. Like Rahab, who went from outcast to ancestor of kings, your past doesn't dictate your future. This wealth is God's way of rewriting your narrative, declaring that you're chosen, valued, and destined for greatness. Your life is becoming a living invitation. People will see your abundance and be drawn to the God who made it possible. Your wealth isn't just for you, it's a signpost pointing others to his faithfulness. Imagine a lighthouse standing firm in the storm, guiding ships to safety. That's you, chosen one. A light that shines through your prosperity, showing others the way to God's promises. Let's pause to claim this moment. Hit that like button and subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls walking in God's abundance. Drop a 777 in the comments to stand in faith for the wealth he's transferring. These actions are your declaration to the heavens that you're ready to receive. Stay with me, because what's coming next will stir your spirit even deeper. This wealth is a divine rhythm, moving in sync with God's heartbeat for your life. Every blessing, every opportunity, every resource is perfectly timed, like a symphony conducted by his hand. You don't need to rush or force it. God's provision flows naturally when you align with his will. Think of Noah, building the ark step by step, trusting God's instructions. Your wealth is arriving the same way, piece by piece, perfectly orchestrated. You're not just receiving wealth, you're inheriting a legacy. This isn't about temporary gain, it's about building something that lasts. God is entrusting you with resources that will shape your family, your community, your future. Like Solomon, whose wisdom and wealth built a kingdom of influence, you're being equipped to create a legacy of impact. Your prosperity will leave a mark that time can't erase. The enemy's lies are crumbling. He's whispered that you're not enough, that you'll never rise, that wealth is for someone else. But those lies are powerless against God's truth. You're not defined by what the enemy says, you're defined by what God declares. Like Gideon, called a mighty warrior while hiding in fear, you're stepping into the truth of who God says you are. His wealth is proof that you're his chosen. Your life is a canvas, and God is painting a masterpiece. Every moment of struggle, every act of faith, every step of obedience is a stroke of his brush. This wealth is a vibrant color in his design, adding depth and beauty to your story. People will look at you and see more than success. They'll see a work of divine art, a life transformed by his hand. Your prosperity is a testament to his creativity and love. You're walking into a season of overflow. God's provision isn't just enough, it's more than enough. Picture a cup filled to the brim, spilling over with blessings. That's your life now, overflowing with resources, opportunities, and joy. You won't just meet your needs. You'll have extra to give, to share, to sow into others' lives. This is the abundance God promised, and it's yours to embrace. Your faith is the key that unlocks this wealth. Every time you trust God, every time you say yes to his call, you're turning the key in the lock. Like Peter stepping out of the boat, your faith is what moves you forward. You don't need to see the whole path, just take the next step. God's provision will meet you there, bringing the wealth he's promised right to your feet. This transfer of wealth is a divine shift in your reality. The things you once thought impossible are becoming possible. The dreams you buried are coming back to life. God is taking what was broken and making it whole, what was lost and making it found. Like Lazarus rising from the tomb, your life is being resurrected with new purpose, new power, and new provision. You're not just a bystander in this moment, you're an active participant. God is inviting you to co-create with him, to use this wealth to build his kingdom. Picture a builder laying bricks for a great structure, each one placed with purpose. That's you, using every resource, every blessing, to construct something eternal. Your wealth is a tool in God's hands, and you're his trusted partner. The world will try to distract you, to pull you away from this truth. but you're anchored in God's promise, unshaken by the noise. Like Paul and Silas, singing praises in prison, your faith keeps you steady. No chain can hold you, no doubt can stop you, because God's wealth is flowing to you with unstoppable force. You're free to walk in His abundance, no matter what comes. Your life is a divine puzzle, and every piece is falling into place. The struggles, the victories, the waiting, they're all part of God's design, fitting together to reveal His plan. This wealth is a key piece, completing the picture of your purpose. Like a mosaic, each moment of your life adds to the beauty of what God is creating. Your prosperity is part of His perfect pattern. You're standing on holy ground right now. This moment, this transfer of wealth, is sacred. God is meeting you here, speaking to your heart, confirming His promise. Like Moses before the burning bush, you're being called to step into something bigger. Your wealth isn't just a blessing, it's a divine encounter, a moment where heaven touches earth, and you're at the center of it. Your heart is expanding, ready to hold the weight of this blessing. God isn't just giving you wealth, He's giving you the capacity to carry it. Like Mary, chosen to bear the Savior, you're chosen to bear this provision with grace and strength. Your heart is being enlarged, your spirit strengthened, your life prepared for the abundance that's already yours. This wealth is a divine current, carrying you toward your destiny. You don't need to swim against the tide. God's provision is the flow that moves you forward. Picture a river guiding a boat to its destination, effortlessly, powerfully. That's God's wealth in your life, directing you to the places He's prepared, the purposes He's planned, the impact He's destined for you. You're not defined by where you've been, you're defined by where God is taking you. The old labels, the old limitations, the old doubts, they're gone. Like Saul becoming Paul, you're stepping into a new identity, one marked by God's favor and abundance. This wealth is a sign of that transformation, a declaration that you're no longer who you were, you're who He's calling you to be. Your life is becoming a testimony of God's power. Every blessing, every breakthrough, every moment of provision is a story that points to Him. Like the woman who anointed Jesus with costly oil, your wealth is an offering, a way to honor God and show the world His goodness. Your prosperity isn't just for you. It's a message to everyone watching, proof that God keeps His promises. You're stepping into a season of divine clarity. The fog of doubt is lifting, and you're seeing God's plan with new eyes. Opportunities that were hidden are now visible. Paths that seemed blocked are now open. Like Elisha's servant, whose eyes were open to see heaven's armies, you're seeing the wealth and purpose God has prepared. This is your moment to walk boldly into what He's shown you. The enemy's plans are unraveling. Every scheme to hold you back, every lie to keep you small, is falling apart. God's wealth is a weapon, breaking chains and shattering strongholds. Like Joshua at Jericho, your faith is bringing down walls. The wealth God is transferring is unstoppable, and no force in heaven or earth can stand against it. You're claiming your inheritance, and nothing can take it away. This wealth is a divine signal, broadcasting God's favor over your life to the world. It's not quiet or hidden, it's loud, bold, and undeniable. Like a trumpet sounding victory, your prosperity declares that God is moving, and you're His chosen vessel. Think of Deborah, a prophetess who led with authority, guiding a nation to triumph. Your wealth is your authority, a sign that God has entrusted you to lead, to influence, to reshape the world around you. You've walked through seasons of scarcity where every step felt like a battle. Those moments weren't punishment, they were training. God was teaching you to trust, to persevere, to lean on him. Like the widow who gave her last coins, your faith in the lean times has set the stage for abundance. Now, the wealth he's transferring is a reward for your steadfast heart, a confirmation that he saw every sacrifice and heard every prayer. Your life is a divine blueprint, carefully designed by God's hand. Every detail, your struggles, your dreams, your victories, was drawn with purpose. This wealth is a key part of that plan, a resource to build what he's shown you. Picture an architect unveiling a grand design, every line intentional. That's your life now, with God's provision bringing his vision to reality, brick by brick, blessing by blessing. The world may try to box you in, to tell you what's possible or impossible, but God's wealth breaks every boundary. You're not confined by limits anymore. His provision sets you free to dream bigger, to live bolder, to reach higher. Like Peter, who stepped out of the boat onto the water, you're defying what the world calls impossible. Your wealth is the water you walk on, proof that with God, anything is possible. Your heart is a reservoir, ready to hold the overflow of God's blessings. He's not just filling you with wealth, he's expanding your capacity to receive, to give, to love. Think of Mary Magdalene, transformed by Jesus' grace, carrying his message with passion. Your wealth is transforming you the same way, making you a vessel for his goodness, ready to pour out blessings on others. This transfer of wealth is a divine recalibration. God is realigning your life with his purpose, resetting your path to match his plan. Picture a compass spinning, then locking onto true north. That's what's happening now. Every part of your life is coming into alignment, guided by his hand. The wealth he's giving you is the fuel for this journey, propelling you toward your divine destination. You're not just receiving riches, you're stepping into a divine rhythm. God's provision moves like a heartbeat, steady and constant, sustaining you in every season. Like the Israelites crossing the Red Sea, you're walking through what seemed impossible, with God making a way. Your wealth is part of this miracle, a sign that he's clearing the path ahead, ensuring you reach the promised land. The enemy's voice is fading. Those whispers of doubt, those lies of inadequacy, they're losing their power. God's truth is louder, stronger, clearer. Like Jesus silencing the storm, his promise of wealth is calming the chaos in your life. You're not shaken anymore. You're standing firm, rooted in the certainty that God's provision is yours now and forever. Your life is becoming a divine showcase. Every blessing, every breakthrough, every moment of abundance is a display of God's glory. People will look at you and see his handiwork, like a city on a hill that can't be hidden. Your wealth isn't just for you. It's a billboard announcing God's faithfulness, inviting others to trust him too. Your prosperity is a message, and the world is watching. Let's pause to seal this truth. Hit that like button and subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls embracing God's abundance. Drop a 777 in the comments to proclaim your faith in his provision. These actions are your stand, a declaration that you're claiming what's yours. Stay with me, because what's next will ignite your spirit even further. This wealth is a divine current, pulling you into God's perfect plan. It's not random or chaotic, it's purposeful, flowing exactly where he intends. Picture a river carving through stone, shaping the landscape with precision. That's God's provision in your life, cutting through obstacles, creating paths where none existed. Your wealth is part of this current, moving you toward a future filled with purpose. You've been refined by fire, shaped by trials, strengthened by faith. Every challenge you've faced has been a forge, hammering you into someone who can carry this wealth with wisdom. Like Job, who lost everything yet gained double, you're emerging from hardship with blessings multiplied. God's wealth is your restoration, a sign that He's turning your losses into abundance. Your life is a divine tapestry, woven with threads of God's grace. Every moment, every choice, every prayer is a stitch in His design. This wealth is a golden thread, adding richness and beauty to the pattern. Picture a weaver crafting a masterpiece, each thread placed with care. That's God's work in you, and your prosperity is making the tapestry shine for all to see. The world's scarcity mindset has no hold on you. God's economy is one of abundance, where there's always more than enough. You're not fighting for scraps, you're feasting at His table. Like the wedding at Cana, where Jesus turned water into wine, your life is being transformed from ordinary to extraordinary. Your wealth is the wine, overflowing with His miraculous power. You're not just a dreamer, you're a doer. God's wealth is empowering you to act, to build, to create. Every vision He's given you is coming to life, backed by His provision. Think of Nehemiah, rebuilding Jerusalem's walls with resources supplied by God's favor. Your wealth is your building material, enabling you to construct the dreams He's placed in your heart. This transfer of wealth is a divine awakening. You're not just gaining resources, you're waking up to your true identity as God's chosen. Like Paul on the road to Damascus, your eyes are being opened to a new reality. The wealth God is giving you is part of this awakening, a tool to live out the purpose He's revealed. You're not the same person anymore. You're alive to His call. Your faith is a magnet, drawing God's blessings to you. The more you trust, the more you attract. Picture a field in bloom, drawing bees with its fragrance. That's your faith right now, pulling in opportunities, connections, and resources. Your wealth is the harvest of this faith, proof that God honors those who believe in His promises without wavering. The enemy can't touch what God has blessed. No scheme, no obstacle, no lie can stop this transfer of wealth. Like Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego walking through the fire unharmed, you're untouchable in God's protection. Your prosperity is guarded by His hand, sealed by His promise, and delivered by His power. Nothing can stand in its way. Your life is a divine stage, and God is the director. Every scene, your struggles, your victories, your waiting has been leading to this moment. This wealth is the spotlight, illuminating your role as His chosen. Picture a performer stepping into the light, captivating the audience. That's you, shining with God's provision, showing the world what He can do. You're not just receiving wealth, you're becoming a conduit of God's power. His provision flows through you, touching others, changing lives, building His kingdom. Like the early church, sharing all they had, your wealth is a gift to be shared, multiplying as it spreads. Your prosperity is a river, bringing life to everyone it touches, a reflection of God's boundless love. This moment is a divine milestone. You're crossing a threshold, leaving behind lack and stepping into abundance. God is marking this season with His favor, like a signpost on a journey. Think of the Israelites crossing the Jordan, entering the promised land. Your wealth is your promised land, a place of rest, provision, and purpose, prepared just for you. Your heart is a garden, and God is planting seeds of abundance. Every prayer, every act of faith, every moment of trust is a seed that's sprouting now. Like a farmer tending his crops, God is nurturing your life, ensuring a bountiful harvest. Your wealth is the fruit of this garden, a testament to His care and your faithfulness. You're stepping into a divine flow, where everything works together for your good. God's provision is like a current, carrying you effortlessly toward His purpose. Picture a leaf floating on a stream, guided by the water's movement. That's your life now, moved by His wealth, directed by His Spirit, destined for greatness. The world's noise can't drown out God's voice. You're hearing Him clearly now, His promises ringing true in your spirit. This wealth is His word made manifest, a tangible sign of His faithfulness. Like Samuel, who heard God's call in the night, you're attuned to His voice, and your prosperity is the answer to that call. You're ready to receive, ready to rise, ready to shine. This wealth is a divine spark, igniting a fire of purpose within you. It's not just about what you'll gain, it's about the transformation it sparks in your soul. God is lighting a flame in you, one that burns brightly with His vision for your life. Think of Elijah, calling down fire from heaven, proving God's power. Your wealth is like that fire, a sign of His presence, a force that will consume doubt and illuminate your path forward. You've walked through moments of silence, where it felt like God was distant, but He was never far. Those quiet times were His way of drawing you closer, teaching you to hear His whisper. Like Samuel, waking to God's voice in the night, you're now attuned to His call. This wealth is His response, a tangible answer to your faith, flowing into your life with undeniable clarity. Your life is a divine mosaic, each piece a moment of God's grace. Your struggles, your prayers, your victories, they're all part of His intricate design. This wealth is a vibrant tile, adding richness to the picture He's creating. Picture an artist crafting a masterpiece, each fragment placed with care. That's your life, and your prosperity is making the mosaic glow with His glory. The world may try to chain you to its limits, telling you to settle for less, but God's wealth sets you free. You're not bound by scarcity or fear anymore, you're soaring in His abundance. Like an eagle rising above the storm, you're lifted by His provision, seeing the world from a new height. Your wealth is your wings, carrying you to places you never thought you'd reach. Your heart is a sanctuary, a sacred space where God's promises take root. He's planting seeds of abundance there, nurturing them with His love. Like the Garden of Eden, your life is becoming a place of beauty and provision, where every need is met. This wealth is the fruit of that sanctuary, a sign that God is tending to your heart with care and purpose. This transfer of wealth is a divine compass, pointing you toward your true north. You're not wandering anymore. God is guiding your every step. Picture a sailor navigating by the stars, certain of his course. That's you, directed by His provision, moving confidently toward the destiny He's prepared. Your wealth is the starlight, showing you the way through any darkness. You're not just receiving blessings, you're becoming a blessing. God's wealth flows through you, touching lives, changing stories, building hope. Like Ruth, who found favor in Boaz's field, your prosperity is a gift that spills over to others. Your life is a channel for His goodness, and your wealth is the stream that carries His love to those around you. The enemy's plans are unraveling like a threadbare cloth. Every lie, every scheme, every attempt to hold you back is falling apart. God's wealth is a sword, cutting through the chains that tried to bind you. Like Samson, breaking free from ropes, you're unstoppable now. Your prosperity is a sign of His victory, proof that no force can stand against His plan for you. Your life is a divine symphony, with every note played by God's hand. Your struggles were the low tones, your faith the melody, and this wealth the crescendo. Picture an orchestra building to a powerful climax, every instrument in harmony. That's your life now, with God's provision bringing every part together into a song of triumph and abundance. Let's pause to stand in this truth. Hit that like button and subscribe to join thousands of chosen one souls embracing God's wealth. Drop a 777 in the comments to declare your trust in His promise. These actions are your proclamation, a signal that you're ready to receive His blessings. Stay with me, because what's coming next will lift your spirit higher. This wealth is a divine bridge, connecting your past to your future. Every step you've taken, every lesson you've learned, has led you to this moment. God is building a path from where you were to where you're going. Like the Israelites crossing the Jordan, you're moving from wandering to promise, with His provision paving the way. Your wealth is the bridge, leading you to a land of abundance. You've been shaped by moments of surrender, where you gave God your doubts and fears. Those acts of faith weren't unnoticed. They were investments in His plan. Like the widow's mite, your small offerings of trust have multiplied into great reward. This wealth is the return on that investment, a harvest of blessings born from your willingness to let go and believe. Your life is a divine beacon, shining with God's light. Your prosperity isn't just for you, it's a signal to others, showing them what's possible when God moves. Picture a lighthouse cutting through the fog, guiding ships to shore. That's you, chosen one, with your wealth illuminating the way for those lost in darkness, pointing them to God's love. The world's chaos can't touch you now. You're anchored in God's peace, unshaken by storms. His wealth is your foundation, a rock that holds you steady. Like Jesus sleeping through the tempest, you're calm in the face of turmoil. Your prosperity is a sign of His presence, a reminder that you're safe in His care, no matter what comes.